Okay, okay. Now, I have been listening for the last 2 weeks about Latrese Allen, about what she's doing and what she's not doing, and what people think she's supposed to be doing. It's no secret that people know that I really like Latrice. I don't have no beef with her. People have misunderstandings every day, but it don't mean that you hate each other or you dislike each other. As a matter of fact, sometimes misunderstandings could even bring you closer. My thing is, I think people are forgetting that Latrice is a trailblazer. You guys ought to be ashamed of yourself. This lady is a trailblazer for content workers, male and female. She's the one that opened up the door on Facebook so all these other people can come in and join and make some money too. And then the sad thing is they came in, she helped them, she tried to get them on their feet, then they turn around and don't show any gratitude. They go behind her back and then they talk about her. What has Latrice done to you guys that's so terrible? We know she did some raunchy videos back in 2013 and 14. What has she done to you personally? These are personal attacks. I've been around now for 2 years. I watched Latrice for a whole year. I watched. I stayed in the bushes. I didn't say one word. I just looked. And then everything started coming out. I started paying a closer attention to the different programs that I'd be turning on and listening to all the different content workers and things like that. But I always had my eye on Latrice. I had to see for myself, what are they after her for? Why? Is it because she's a trailblazer, and you guys are jealous of her? Because sometimes when you're the trailblazer, you do make the most money. You do make the most friends. You accomplish all. That's what a trailblazer does. All the dummies out there that don't know what a trailblazer is, they are up front. And she's managed to stay up front. Is that what this is all about? You're all scared because she's up front and she's staying up front? She earned it. You guys wasn't out there when she was doing those 2013 and 14 videos. You guys wasn't out there when she was sleeping in cars and sleeping on the floors. You guys wasn't out there when she was homeless. You guys wasn't out there when they was trying to take her kids away from her because she was trying to make $1. You guys are crazy. This is nothing but some mess, and I don't get into mess. I don't get into drama, but I'm just sick of listening to it. And yes, I listen to it because I watch YouTube, and anything on YouTube I'm gonna watch and listen to. And it's getting to be ridiculous. I'm just trying to figure out, why are you guys doing this? Can somebody come up with a good reason why you're doing this to her and her family? She has kids. Her kids suffer too. Her kids suffer. Not just her, but her kids. Can you imagine what that's like? I think I've heard Rennie said that they don't like us, Mom. And I think I heard one of her sons talk about because they do this because they don't like us. Can you imagine what the emotional and the psychological effect can be on the kids? You guys aren't even thinking about them. Does her name bring you all that so much money that you're willing to destroy other innocent people's lives? Or like Latrice always says, you guys can't get your own content, so you need to use her name so that you guys can get the content? Is that it? When you're doing content, before you even start content, you have to have something that you're going to talk about, and you have to have something that would interest your audience. My audience, I'm in the child safety. My audience is schools and daycares and missing children programs and local law enforcement. Not some of these idiots on Facebook. And excuse me, I'm not calling everybody an idiot, but when you have a business, you have to have a target audience. You have to know who your people are going to be. You have to know who you're going to sell to. And the ones, when I'm sending out information on my platforms, it's because these are my friends who I truly, truly care about. And I'm keeping them informed on everything that I can. Because I like them. I love them, as a matter of fact. They've been great for me. And the other day I was thinking, I don't know if Latrese has got to be strong, because this has been going on for a few years now. Do you know how strong you have to be able to take this emotional, verbal, and psychological abuse day in and day out, year after year? Why? I want everybody to ask themselves why. Because you say she's ghetto? Because she doesn't talk like you? Or her words don't always come out correctly? Sometimes she says things and I correct her from my house. She'll say something about this or that, and I'll say no to myself, Latrese. It goes that and this, whatever the thing is, and I have fun doing it. I don't take it and try to belittle her with it. I'd have fun with it, and if I could talk to her, I would tell her, now this is the way you pronounce this. That's what people that care about people do. They don't dog them. My goodness. Latrese says there's content workers out there bigger than you. How come you guys ain't going after them? Why are you picking on her? Why her? Have you guys ever asked yourself, why her? Why? Because of her skits? Why? Because she's been successful? Why? Because she's managed to move up? But do you know how much hard work she had to put in to do that? I've never seen her videos from back in the day, but I heard it was pretty raunchy. It took a lot of nerve for her to get up. But you know what she said? She said, I got to feed them mouths. I got 4 mouths to feed. And I got to keep a roof over their head. Not knowing maybe that one day it would come back and bite him. My mother always told me a woman can't do what a man does. Man could get out there and walk butt naked and they'll just look and go, oh, and keep it moving. But if a woman gets out there and walk butt naked, they'll be talking about her for the rest of her life. And that's what the scenario seems like here. She's done skits that don't need a lot of people's approval. So therefore you feel like you have the right to degrade her. As though she hasn't been through enough through her whole life. God is blessing her because he knows what she's been through. And if you guys would back off, you would get the same kind of blessings. She's 40 now, or turning 40. And when a woman turns 40, they go into a different mindset. And I'm watching her grow. I'm old enough to be her mother. And I'm watching her grow. And I can see it, and that's when it happens at 40. We all went through it. If you guys aren't 40 by the time you get in your 40s, you're going to go in a different mindset, and usually it's to calm down. You're through with all the boyfriend chasing and all that kind of stuff. You say, well, something about that 40, but I tell you what, 40 is a beautiful age for a woman because most of the time they know what they want. They got their shit together. They're financially secure. They don't have to depend on anybody. And a lot of times the kids are grown and out of high school. So she has her house to herself. But then if she doesn't, that's still cool too. That's just a typical scenario. But you know what? There are no typical scenarios that might make a lot of sense to us. It's just a whole bunch of scenarios. I'm just calling one out the bag. But it just upsets me to watch her just get completely dogged out. I have a heart. I love God. Oh, I love God so much. You guys have no idea how much I depend on him every day just to get me up and get me walking with all these health issues I have. Yeah. And she loves God, and God gets her up every day, and he gives her the strength to fight and battle. But a lot of times, when you get to be a certain age, she doesn't want to battle out in public. Her battles are within. She's got a lot of stuff which she's battling with. So, there is no perfect person and no perfect lifestyle. And the only thing Latrese did was she let her family be on national TV. And when you're on national TV, you're setting yourself up to get a lot of criticism. And I don't think Latrese knew that this was coming. This was like a train wreck. She didn't know this was coming, but I'm going to continue to pray for her and pray for the kids. And this is not taken up for her neither. If I know a lot of you going to say, oh, that's her friend and she's just trying to take up for it. No, baby. What's right is right and wrong is wrong. And it hurts me to hear how you guys tear her down. I mean, just tear her down. I've got to meet another side of Latrese. There is a nice side to her. A kind, loving, warm, giving person. Have you all ever stopped to think maybe you'd like to meet that person? Now she's trying to stop. You know, she doesn't want to fight with people anymore on these networks, on these social media platforms. She doesn't want to fight. And for those who love God and for those who are believers, you have to have it in your heart to forgive and to understand her before you knock her down. Listen to what she's been through in her life. And you know what? A lot of times you say, I don't have no college degree. I had to get out here and try to make it for my kids the best way I can. She's right. She's right. A lot of us don't have no MDs behind our names. We've got some college experience and some experience, but we don't have no MDs behind our names. And we have to get out here and push hard like everybody else. I'm in my 60s, and this is the hardest I've ever pushed. And most of it has to do with my book, the children's book. I'm pushing to get it into the kids' hands. And by the way, I'm going to come around and start asking for donations for the lower income people. And I dare you guys to say no. If you guys would take time and learn what's in the book, what you need to know what my niche does for your family. And then that way you won't have to make up stuff. And that my kit is the number one running thing nationally as far as the way it's designed. We've done our homework. And it's something that's been needed for centuries, for years. And I'm just blessed to be able to come in on one side of the world and be able to offer it, hopefully, all through the world. But I'm just going to stick with close to home first, and a few of you guys that are out of state. I'm going to stick close to home first. But anyway, it's 12. I'm tired. I've been trying to eat a little bit. I picked some white beans yesterday, and I picked up some jalapeno cornbread and some chicken. But I just been kind of nibbling. You know how you be real tired, but you want to eat. You're hungry, but I don't even feel like getting up, fixing a plate. If I had a husband, boy, he would just shake his head at me and say, well, I guess he's tired. My husband used to do that because he used to cook all our dinners. He was a cook by nature. Girl, Steve could cook anything. You've never seen anything like it before. Anything that Mexican food, Chinese food. I mean, it was like God gave him this talent, and this is a talent that some talents you can't take from people. Just like they're trying to take Latrese's talent from her. You can't take her talent. You can't do that. It's not going nowhere. It's hers. What's meant for her, it's her to have. You guys got to search out your own talent. And every single one of you guys have something to offer, but you haven't found it yet. And guess what? It's right there at the tip of your nose. It's right there. Your talent, your success, what you want to do in life is right at the tip of your nose. But if you can't see it, because if you're negative, God can't bring it to you. If you stop tearing this young lady down and just pray for her, then he will open up your eyes so that you can see your gift. Everybody has a gift. Everybody. But a lot of times we don't find them until we're in our late, I think my mother said, the Bible said, your latter years will be better than your former years. And I now I understand what she means, because them latter years were hard. We was raising them kids and hustling and trying to have boyfriends and entertain. Yeah, I went through it too. Well, them years was hard, but these years is pretty good. I just miss my husband, but I'm sure not missing too much of nothing else. Yeah, there's one or two guys out there that kind of like a girl, but I got funny ways. You guys heard me say that. I got funny ways. You'll have to sign a prenup. Like the tree said, he'll have to sign a prenup before he gets with me. I got funny ways. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. It's been 14 minutes, and I had to do a reaction video to everything I've been listening to for the last couple of months, and it's just devastating. It's almost like I can feel her pain, and I watch her quite a bit. I've learned a lot from her. That's one of the reasons why I watch her. I'm learning. She has so much to offer, and you can see so much of the good of her if you guys would stop attacking her and her so-called best friends or associates or whatever. Once they get behind the scenes, and they talk about her too to make money. You know, that's the saddest thing you guys ever heard of. I mean, just think about it. You kick it with your friend long enough to get her material. Then you go behind her back and talk about her like a dog, and then make money off her stuff, off of her content, off of her stories, off of her skits. Honey, Latrese is the trailblazer for y'all. That's why you all is running around here like chickens with your head cut off. She's trailblazer, baby. You can't do nothing with the trailblazer. She started it. And trust me, she gonna finish it. She gonna keep on moving and keep on doing. I'm so proud of her. I'm very proud of her. So I watched her a whole year before I came out the bushes. I didn't want no drama or anything like that. And I didn't want no drama from her friends or associates, whoever you want to call them. Because it just, when I believe Therese likes me also, she awarded me a top band badge. So she likes Pam. And then there's something wrong with liking people. I like her too. I talk to her like she's my daughter more than anything else. That's why I get so upset, because I'm her mother's age. I'm a great grandmother, for God's sake. So what I'm talking about is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I'm not talking from out of no book. I'm talking from straight from the heart. And I'm going to continue to support her and help her. And I suggest, if you guys want a blessing, and you see how they've been beating up this sheep, and then you go behind her and try to help her, do you know God will bless you tremendously? If you're doing it from your heart, though, and don't have any purpose in mind, He will open up doors like you've never seen before, like He's been doing for me. I'm so excited and so overwhelmed. I don't even sleep at night. I take an anxiety pill just to get to sleep. I have insomnia anyway, and with all this stuff going on, it's been really hard, but I'm sleepy tonight. I'm going to sleep tonight. But anyway, I'm going to cut this short because I've got to load it up. And I'm hoping the people will listen to it. And I'm hoping Latrese will listen to it. And I'm going to see if I can get it on her Facebook. I'm not quite sure how, but I wanted to get it on her Facebook so they can listen to it. All those people that go on her Facebook need to hear this. And Latrese, if you can, get it out there. Oh, yeah, Miss Allen, it wouldn't hurt for you to do a shout-out for Secure Kid. I mean, I would really appreciate that. I would be tickled blue. And I know that one day you will. One day you will. Secure a Kid. Pamela Wilson Baker. It's Secure a Kid. I've been wanting to ask you to do that for a long time, but I didn't want to seem like the other vultures. I wanted to wait and see if I can be of any help. But I will play a role in your future somewhere down the line, but I don't know what it is. God knows what it is, but I don't. God brings people in your path for a reason, Latrese. For a reason. And you can't ignore it. Because when you ignore it, all it does is come back and keeps you frustrated. Yeah, He put me in your path for a reason. And I'm going to let you go to sleep on that one. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to load this up. Jesus, this is 20 minutes. Oh, yeah, don't forget to check out my hairstylist, Bree. Her stuff is posted on my webpage. She does all kinds of styles and colors. She's wonderful. I've been with her for years. And she's warm and gentle. You guys would just love her. Go check my girl out. She's right there in Columbia City for those who live in Seattle, Washington. She's in Columbia City. Okay, and then I posted her phone number, but I will post it again. She usually communicates through text. Go on and let her hook you up. And if you need your hair washed and stuff, she'll come to your house. She's a good person. Okay. Matter of fact, I've adopted her as my daughter. That's how good a person she is. All right, bye-bye. Talk to you guys later. I'm getting sleepy now. All right, bye-bye. Latrese, holler at me. It won't hurt. Bye-bye.